Well, the governor decided to push through a piece of legislation, AB 2571, that broadly prohibited any kind of advertising of ammunition or firearms to youth. Because this bill was so broad and it was passed through very quickly with not a lot of input or committee hearings, it had the unintended effect of prohibiting and facing civil liability up to $25,000 in fines for people that were doing junior hunts, for people that were doing youth sporting like rifle and trap shooting contests that are actually a big part of our youth development. We have California youth teams. They go to statewide and national competitions. They get college scholarships for doing this activity. Would have prohibited sponsorships, would have prohibited the ability for companies to be involved with that and help support these great activities. And many people warned the governor's office and the author of the bill at the time. They were rushing this and they did not listen. So ultimately this did pass into a law, and exactly that started happening. People were pulling out. The future of this sport, the future of hunting and passing on that tradition to our kids. Even magazines like California Waterfowl Association that had depicted pictures of fathers and their sons out hunting potentially fell under this prohibition. So we acted quickly and said, look, we need to do something about this very flawed policy that was passed urgently. The governor and his coalition created this problem, but we fixed it by making sure that our critical youth sporting and our hunting events could still be exempted from this bill and could move forward. It was a big victory for so many parents, educators, trainers, coaches who weighed in on this, as well as many of our sporting organizations, California Waterfowl Association, Ducks Unlimited, California Deer Association, that we were able to make that fix. Kind of shows you the flawed nature of the way things are done down here in Sacramento. But we wanted to make sure that we advocated for these kids and made sure they could continue in the sport that they love.